Time is money. At Southern Property Management, we step in to take care of the day-to-day management of your property as well as your tenant relationships, leaving you free to focus on maximizing your investment. With over 60 years' experience managing commercial properties from West Texas to Fort Worth, we can use our expertise to manage and control expenses and remove the hassle of the insurance process and needed repairs. We would love the opportunity to save you time, money, and possibly a few headaches.
Give me a P.
P.
Give me an A.
A.
Give me a G.
G.
Give me an E.
E.
T.
She spelled it wrong. It spells pageant. She spelled pageant. Hello friends, welcome to Keeping Good Company. I'm your host, Brandy Bell, and we are so glad you are joining us. This weekend, we are getting ready for our first ever dog pageant here at the Little Teeny Farm. And now this pup pageant is actually going to benefit not only some animal shelters, but some humane advocacy organizations in our sister city of Odessa, Texas, and here in our hometown of Midland. And we have a full weekend. We're going to be hanging out with some friends and taking a field trip or two, and look at my husband. So this is my gorgeous husband, Kyle, who does everything for me that you guys don't see. So I'm getting ready to run through and tell them all the stuff we're doing. Hey, we're getting ready to go outside and do some woodworking, so you get to change and so do I. Okay, where was I? We will be hanging out with some special friends and taking a field trip or two as we learn the importance of supporting our local animal friends.
We're actually thinking he's only around 15 and doggies can live to be 40.
40 years old. We'll show you how to make some unique dog treats and party favors, plus build a simple photo backdrop that makes a big impact. Finally, we'll finish our weekend enjoying friends and family at our puppy pageant. We will attempt to pull together all of the elements we learned to create an unforgettable event that will bless our friends and ultimately give back to some members of our community that need our voices. And I am gonna have a little surprise for our crew, something that they might be a little bit concerned about, but we'll just have to see. We're calling this episode Party and a Pup Pageant. We have a full weekend, so let's get started. Around here, we believe community is everything. We believe kindness moves mountains and small, thoughtful acts have the power to make lasting change. Our family is proof of that. And we believe it's through curiosity, connection, camaraderie, and some good old-fashioned celebration that we can find ways to unite and be good neighbors. So join us on our give back adventures as we try to leave this world just a little better than we found it. Welcome to Keeping Good Company. So one of the things I get asked is, how do I come up with these crazy ideas? Parties, events, celebrations, things we want to do for the community. Usually something just gets sparked and I think, oh, you know what we should do? And then I just start writing down everything I can think of. What would it look like for us to have a dog pageant on our property and to benefit some of the local shelters? I am a list person. Give me a box to check. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna start with 2 things. And one is the color family for the event. I think I wanna do some stuff with Dalmatian print that ties into a color family, which would be black and white. And then I think of things that would be fun. And definitely need a photo backdrop because people love to have their pictures taken with their pets. And then I just go through my list. We definitely are gonna need signs. Gotta have some DIY dog treats. We need something for their people. So I want to make one of my snack mixes, which we call puppy chow. I think we should have bandanas. So if somebody comes and they don't have a costume, we have some bandanas to offer. Party favors. And we're gonna make some bunting for sure. Oh, trophies. And that's a good starting point. The kitty's, oh, he's back. Aw, Desi wants to come in. I love animals.
Yeah,
You clearly love animals.
always have.
We're animal people. When we were dating early on, we both kind of discovered our love of animals, and we took a trip to the Abilene Zoo, which is a couple hours from here. It's West Texas. I'm a zoo nerd. I didn't know he was a zoo nerd. I didn't know we were both zoo nerds because, you know, you're in that kind of getting to know each other stage. And so we go to the first habitat. It was monkeys.
Oh.
And I immediately start talking to the monkeys out loud because
Yeah,
I talk to animals out loud. And then I became very self-conscious because, you know, I'm standing to this tall, handsome man. I thought, oh, he's gonna think I'm crazy because I'm talking out loud to animals. And he didn't skip a beat. He just went, that's not nice. You shouldn't push your brother off the swing. And so we just talk to animals out loud at zoo. We talk to all the animals at the zoo out loud. And now we're not even embarrassed, but our kids cringe. They won't go with us to the zoo. I go overboard on everything. I'm that person that's like all in. I give everything 110%. So I have big ideas for the crafts and decoration for this party. Like big ideas, Look what I found.
What did you find?
Your green hammer. Yay, green hammer.
Green hammer.
So we are creating a backdrop, and I want it to be something that we can use for multiple occasions and events because I don't really like one-time use things. So I wanted it to look kind of like farm wood, but still fun. So we got 2 pieces of 8x10 plywood, and then my sweet husband just built a frame. So just 1x6s.
Strengthen.
Just to strengthen it, and we're gonna add hinges to it so that it can be easily stored flat. But then we can also open it up into a corner so that people can stand there. We have a professional photographer come in so that people can take pictures with their dogs. Oh, that's great. That's a good idea. So I'm not 100% sure how the whole hinge thing is gonna work. There's no real plan.
Boom.
All right, now in theory, if this works well, we should be able to shut this like a book. So it shut great one way, but it did not shut great the other. Now fold it, pull it towards you. Keep going, keep going. Will it bend this way?
A certain way, certain point.
I screwed up. It didn't fit. I say we a lot. It's almost always me. And he's too sweet to tell me. I put the hinges too close. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to move both sets of hinges. All the professional woodworkers that watch this are gonna cringe. Like, they make tools for these things. Okay, probably right there. This is gonna be good. This is a good idea. When we're making stuff and creating, I just like to try things. It's not failure. It's just figuring out what didn't work. It's just trial and error. Like, nobody has to be perfect. Just start making stuff. However it turns out, turns out. Just have fun with it. Like, that's it.
Boom.
Cross your fingers. In my head, again, I do kind of brainstorm things and make checklists, but I've been accused of not planning quite as well as I should, which is why when I used to be a designer, I had an architect and a builder, and they always held me accountable.
Oh, really good photo backdrop.
I have great ideas, just
It's a great idea.
poor execution.
None of us are related and we're not a family, but we become our own family. With our clients, we kind of bring them into our family system and our values and our core that now they're a part of us as well. So with the agency, you're not just getting a real estate team, you're getting a family. And with that family, we're not just there through the process of buying or selling a home, we'll be there many years after as well.
So we decided to support animal advocacy programs in Midland and Odessa because I have a heart for animals. We love animals around the little teeny farm. And one of the things that we wanted to do was have a pup parade and have people bring dog and cat food to support the organization. So we are creating a backdrop. We have a professional photographer come in so that people can take pictures with their dogs. So in my head, we're gonna have balloons at the top that maybe come down a little bit on the side. And then we're gonna have a heart and a paw print kind of up high because it's puppy love. And then people can stand here and take a picture. So I'm gonna measure like how high the average person would be so that we're not like blocking it. So what I would do is I would go like this. Isn't that a good idea? When I called the animal advocacies and saying, what are practical ways that people can help? They all said, there's always a need for cat and dog food. I was thinking it would be a really simple, economical way for people to feel like they can be a part of the animal advocacy programs if they can do something as small as just bringing a bag of dog or cat food. So as we choose nonprofits to support, I think it's super important for me to reach out to people who are already doing the hard work. So we have some amazing individuals that we're talking to that are already involved in animal advocacy. They're amazing.
Long story short, 6 years ago, we moved out here to Midland. So I'm a transplant.
From?
From Waco. I found a little pit bull on the side of the road that had been hit by a car. We picked him up, got him back to health, and then I realized, oh, well, I can't take him to the shelter because he's got about 50-50 chance of being killed. And one of the things we lacked out here was low-cost spay and neuter. Going rates for spay and neuter out here were $300 to $900. And it just, you know, price people out of the market. And so anyway, that's how we started Fix West Texas. Luckily, there were a couple people at city council that was like, hey, this is a great idea. What can I do to help? Here we are now 2 years later, having spayed and neutered about a little over 10,000 animals.
Holy God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Our clinic was built by the community, the everyday Joe.
Yeah.
It was $5 donations that added up. You know, we would put a request out on Facebook. We need an anesthesia machine. It's $1,500. Who can help? So I always say, you know, like our clinic is for the community and it's owned by the community.
That's awesome. What are simple, practical things that people can do to support one another to help with the pets? Very much the heart of the show is how can we do small things to help one another?
Be neighborly. So when you notice a dog, and we get this question all the time, they'll say, oh, this dog, my next door neighbor, they leave their dog out all day. We're so worried it has no food. Well, you know, maybe take them a bag of food.
Good for you.
We have a pet pantry. It's open to anybody. You do not have to show proof of income or anything. It's not just for pet owners. It's for the neighbors.
Yeah.
You know, and show that you are invested in that pet too. Notice and act upon it. Notice the suffering and ask, how can I help?
I love it. Instead of being judgy, where they're not taking care of their pets, hey, we notice this is going on. Is there something we can do as your neighbors to help?
Yeah, we probably have 3 to 4 people a day come to our clinic for little needs, whether it's cat litter, cat food, dog food. So definitely having people come by and donate. It's such a great thing to have everything you need for pet care so they can keep that pet.
Cool.
And one thing we found, especially with the elderly, is a lot of times they'll go without food themselves. If they don't have pet food, you know, they will give their food to the pet. So we always say we're helping humans too. We are animal lovers, but we're also human lovers.
I saw a dog that needed a ride somewhere. I contacted Dana. She said, take it to the vet and I'll help you. Within 2 hours, she had $700 raised, and I've never looked back.
So you were telling us, you're like, hey, I got to be casual today. I got dog transport. Yes, what does that mean?
Tonight we're sending about 85 animals. We put them all on a yellow school bus and we send them up north. We send them Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana. We've got a transport going next week to Oregon.
So instead of sending them to shelters where they can be euthanized,
yes, ma'am,
you're shipping them out to save their lives.
Yes, ma'am. We pull a lot from Odessa Animal Control in Odessa.
That's where, by the way, that's where we rescued our barn cats.
There you go. They are wonderful there.
Odessa Animal Control.
Kelly is an absolutely amazing person. The whole staff there is just absolutely amazing.
What can people do to help Dog Rescue RS?
We always are in need of linens. That's one of the biggest things. We have linens is sheets and towels. We need volunteers to help us do lots of different running around, take a dog to a vet, pick up one, transfer it to another house.
So you need people that have clean driver's license and can drive.
Yeah, well, and they want to walk them to the vet, they can do that. I don't mind. I just need helping hands. I do need drivers. I always need transport drivers with clean driver's license, a love for animals, and a tolerance for poop. We can't do anything without the donations. Everything is donation based. Everything is foster and volunteer based. One of my favorite ones is was a Chihuahua mixed something dog, and it fought me. It hated. It bit everybody here. No dog can be left behind. We want to help them all. And I finally got it in the kennel. It went to Canada, and now it's kissing babies. But you just look in their eyes and all the things that they've been through, and then they look so happy and thankful, and it's just wonderful. I know that they're going to have a hard time for 24 to 48 hours being on a bus.
Yeah.
In kennels, it's going to be extremely scary, but there's fosters on the other end. There are adopters on the other end. Those are the people waiting. They're going to welcome them in. They're going to go, it's okay. And from there, they get to find their forever homes.
Road trip with a school bus full of dogs.
Yes, ma'am. About 48 hours of poop this high and a lifetime of happiness and smiles and memories.
That's awesome.
To provide, to make sure that they're good and safe.
Thank you for what you're doing.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. And I hate to do it, but I'm going to run so I can go get my yellow school bus and fill it with dogs.
Can I be a little serious here? It's about animals, they're just such a gift to us, they bring such joy to our lives, and so we've embraced that. They bring us a lot of happiness and memories and all of that. We've got really bad dogs.
We have bad animals.
Most of our animals presently are bad.
Out of breath because you ran away and you didn't listen.
They're good bad.
But we love them.
Yeah.
What's his neighbor? Gator!
Animals are just a great gift.
One of the reasons why we bought the little teeny farm, there's just animals all around. I mean, we talk to horses every morning, goats, whatever. Umberto, our amazing neighbor who you'll get to meet, he has every kind of animal. And then there's donkeys. Oh, these are the best chickens, y'all are gonna die. We just love animals.
Foxes and
coyotes.
It's just,
we live at the zoo.
And we're in the zoo.
Come here, little chicken. Come here. Hey, no, I have a game. This is a game. I love games. I love games so freaking much. I turn everything into a game.
No. Okay.
You tell me my favorite, please, let's just try it. Listen, you tell me my favorite animal and I'll tell you your favorite animal. Let's just see. Okay, let's do categories. My favorite farm animal. Come here, little chicken. Whoa! Stop! Don't film that! Stop! Hey!
Your favorite animal would be a miniature donkey.
So close. Or an alpaca.
Something
Yes, fluffy.
Of that nature.
Yes. Okay, these are fainting goats. Oh, why do I keep wearing shoes like this onto farms? Sure. Yes, your favorite farm animal would be a cow because you want to eat them.
Yeah, eventually.
Let's do jungle animals.
Okay.
What's my favorite jungle animal?
Jungle? Cheetah?
No, I don't like cheetahs. I don't like cheetahs at all.
Because you move real fast. Okay.
Yeah, then yours is a sloth.
That's for dang sure. She just called me a sloth.
I cracked myself up. I just pictured him hanging from a tree.
I don't like this game.
Come to mama. Oh, look who's coming down the street. Marley. Ready to see some animals. Okay, are we ready to go to Miss Christina's and see some animals?
It's hard to think about West Texas without acknowledging the positive impact oil and gas industry has made in its communities. For 30 years, we at Sun Pumper have aimed to do the same by providing the oil and gas industry with the most innovative, reliable, and affordable solar-powered injection systems available. Let us utilize our American-made products to maximize your efficiency, putting you in the position to continue to make West Texas great.
We are at my friend Christina's house to talk to her daughter Tessa. Stinky Pete. Hi, Stinky Pete. Is Stinky Pete a boy or a girl?
He's a boy.
He's a boy? Christina's daughter Tessa wants to be a veterinarian. Christina also has a plethora of animals. She has a menagerie of animals.
Hi. Where should I go?
Oh, come in here. Oh my goodness. So tell us a little bit about what is this thing?
This is Vet Cart 2.0.
Vet Cart 2.0. Where is Vet Cart 1.0?
Now back in my dad's shop.
So you're mainly a bird rehabber?
Yes.
What made you start doing all the veterinarian stuff? How old were you when you knew you wanted to become a veterinarian and you put together a veterinarian clinic in your house and you created a surgery table? How old were you?
My first dove was probably like 7.
You were 7 years old when you rescued your first bird.
Probably.
That's pretty impressive.
My first couple rounds of doves, I did not have my vet room yet or anything like that, so they were either in the cat room and—
The doves?
The doves.
Birds.
Birds.
So you had birds in the cat room because you were saving them.
In kennels.
Okay, what kind of animals do you put up on this table?
Lots of times my cats, and the funny thing is Orange Kitty will bust inside my vet room and jump up on my surgery table before I'm even like ready to—
So this is your surgery table? Okay.
But
okay.
that's what I call it. He'll jump up on here and sit down and look at me because he wants me to literally open his mouth and look at his teeth. What normal cat wants to do that?
Oh,
he does have
teeth. You have full medical.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff.
That's a real medical kit. She has syringes.
Don't worry, they're filed down.
They're filed down.
Look, you can touch it. They're not dangerous.
Oh no, you can touch it.
You can touch it.
Okay.
A lot of times when I have friends over, we'll like do study things and we'll practice in stuffed animals where we'll like get a skewer or something and we'll break it in half and then like piece it and then we can practice like putting it back together.
So tell me about the livestock you have now.
We have 2 donkeys. They're so sweet, like Viking, the male donkey. You just go up to him and you can like put your hands around his face. But there's the spot. When he gets happy, his lower lip will start to droop and just get like all flappy. It's really cute.
What's your favorite animal outside right now?
Probably my donkeys.
Your donkeys? Can we go see your donkeys?
We can go see them.
Let's go see. We'll go peek real quick.
All right.
You go real slow. Give him a flat palm. Oh. He's got a lot of gray, so he must be a little older, correct?
We're actually thinking he's only around 15, and donkeys can live to be 40.
40 years old.
At least that's what our research has found.
Let's go say hi to the chickens.
I don't want to walk.
There's 2 of us that don't want to walk and poop.
Paprika. There we go. You want to hold the scoop for him?
Marley, do you want to see where chickens lay their eggs? This is pretty fascinating. Come on.
Have you ever heard of the term broody?
No.
So it is where they'll sit on their eggs and they think they're gonna hatch. If you be real quiet and listen, you hear that? And they don't lay any eggs while they're broody. They'll pluck out feathers from their underbelly and they'll take it for their nest. And
who is this?
This is Lemon.
Lemon, I've never held Lemon.
You wanna hold her?
Wow! No. But hey, look at the eggs, Marley. Come here. Chicken just laid those eggs. Isn't that amazing?
I see what they are. So I have an egg business that always has to stop in the winter because when chickens molt, when they shed their feathers,
they don't make eggs?
They don't lay eggs.
I didn't know that. I just learned that. Did you know that? Did you know that? I did not know that.
In the winter time.
So your egg business.
No income. You
were one of the youngest female entrepreneurs at our marketplace. Wow. You are a wealth of information. You're a walking encyclopedia for farm animals. Oh, Marls.
Really?
So this is Acorn cleanup crew, huh?
Yes. Like several people ask me like, hey, can I hire them to clean up my yard?
We're gonna get Tessa her own nature show. You're a rock star. Hey, thank you for hanging out with us.
No problem.
All right.
Can I see you tomorrow?
We're gonna take.
And then I can hang with her. Do you have toys?
She said, "Can I see you tomorrow and hang with her?" So when we went to rescue our cats, Kyle first picked out 2 cats. Timmy and Tommy, and they are typical Kyle cats. They were sitting in their little cage. I have pictures, and they're both just sitting there, and they're looking at us. And then underneath Timmy and Tommy were these 2 bad ones, and they were like clinging to the cage, and they were bad. And I was like, we have to rescue the bad ones because nobody's gonna want the bad ones. Everybody's gonna want the good ones. And then Kyle didn't know until they brought out 4 kitties.
Yeah.
So we had 4 cats. I actually have bad news for you guys. We're getting ready for a dog pageant, and so y'all have to stay in your stables. You're not gonna wanna come out because the whole property is gonna be overrun with dogs, and it's for your own good, okay? We love our dogs.
Yeah, we do.
Our dogs are bad. I rescued one, he rescued one. They're brother and sister. I have Ginger, Ginger Ale. He has Gator, Gatorade. Ginger Ale, Gatorades, Ginger and Gator. Ginger walks lovely on a leash. Gator's bad. And we did have a trainer. We actually sent them to camp for many, many years. Do you just want somebody to play with you? They just didn't. I mean, after 5 or 6, they got kicked out of camp.
Yeah,
We love our dogs. They're typical rescues. So when you rescue dogs, sometimes they lived a life before you get them. That causes them to be a little skittish. And so we are also very protective. Look at me. You don't get to come to the pup pageant because you'll try to bite the other dogs, okay? But I'm gonna have a special party for you and your brother, and you can put your pretty dress on in front of the family, okay? Okay, oh, go Ginger, go! 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 So I'm a little spoiled. I have a very talented group of friends. I like to surround myself with people smarter than me. So I have a ton of artists and craftsmen friends that come help me out with projects, especially throwing parties. You overachiever. Oh my goodness.
This is all natural. Our treats have been tested and approved through the Texas A&M.
Awesome. Well, these are, I mean, I have to tell you, you have blown my expectations. I mean, these are insane. I mean, they look like gourmet people cookies.
Yes.
In theory, they could eat these.
They could. They're boring and blah.
But they're completely edible.
Yes.
How much do I have to give Adam? How much do I have to give you to eat this cookie?
I mean, do we have enough? I'll try by it. I don't care.
Will you try by
I've
it?
eaten dog treats.
Okay, you have eaten dog treats?
I think so.
How many dog treats?
I assume so.
Okay, here's the deal. Everybody's witnessing. If there are any left over, Adam is going to eat a dog treat.
Fair.
Fair?
Fair.
Okay, wait. We have to shake on it. Here.
Okay. All right.
Okay. If there are any left over.
All right.
Okay.
Chow down.
So I'm going to show you the snack mix that we're going to make for the pup pageant. We're going to have it in these cute little bags. And we're going to have it set out on a table so everybody can take some snack mix home. Are you ready to bake with me?
Absolutely. Let's do this.
So my little kitchen helper, Marley, did not want to get out of bed this morning when Granddad went to her house to pick her up. So guess what that means? Granddad is the kitchen helper.
She said she wanted to spend some time with her little brother. Isn't that a great girl?
Did she really say that?
That's what...
Which means she wanted to be in her pajamas in her bed and
Yeah.
she did not want to get up for the day. That's okay. We're going to let her, because you know why? Kyle's been in the kitchen with me lots. I like to make snack mixes. I like to make sweet snack mixes and savory snack mixes and all the snack mixes, but I actually call them all puppy chow. I think it's because they all kind of look like dog food. A little bit. Kibble. They look like kibble. So knowing that this one was going to be for our pup parade, I decided to already theme it the Dalmatian edition. So what does that mean? It means I needed to start by finding some black and white candy coated chocolates. I found a really fun honey cereal that I think would be a good flavor. And then I found a berry cereal that looked like spots. So that's why I picked that one. And I think it's gonna taste good with the other one I picked. And then I'm gonna make a candy coated cereal, and I'll show you guys my traditional candy coated cereal recipe. Here's one thing that I always want to be very encouraging of. I want you to make your own things. Like, I want you to come up with your own experiments and your own recipes. So I don't follow hardcore recipes. I just give suggestions and then make it up as we go. So I want to give you permission to make things up as you go. All right, every 2 cups of cereal, I melt 2 chocolate pieces. So you go melt those, do 30 seconds stir, 30 seconds stir, 30 seconds stir.
I'll be right back.
And while he is doing that, I'm gonna explain a couple other things. So one of the best ways to do snack mixes is to start by picking your theme. That's actually how I usually come up with all my party ideas. I start with a theme and then I pick my color family. So my theme is pups. And so I found the black and white candy to start. And I'm just gonna find cereals that match it. If you were doing, let's say, a superhero party, you could find some cereals that have some of the shapes that you might find with your theme or some of the colors. Knowing that we want to make about 30 bags, I just want to make sure I have a cup of finished snack mix for each.
Now just melt these.
Well, okay, so what you did, no, what you did is actually good. So let me actually share this. It is always better to microwave it in 30-second increments and then start doing like 10 or 20-second increments, because chocolate is easily overcooked. You can burn it like that. It literally turns brown. I need about a cup of finished snack mix for each person. So I need 30 cups. So my basic recipe for kind of a powder coated snack mix is 2 cups of cereal, 2 blocks of almond bark, whatever flavor you want. So you're gonna take your spoon. Here, love, I'm gonna teach you how to do it. You don't wanna crush your cereals, fold it. And you do it in a timely fashion so the candy coating doesn't start to dry. So just kind of fold it. And I had made a little bit before, so we're just gonna scooch this over on our parchment. And now you can either dump this on parchment paper or wax paper. It's whatever you choose. And then you let it dry for an hour or so before you mix it all in. So now we are going to assemble our snack mix. For every serving, every 1 cup serving, you just need to make sure you have about 1/4 cup of ingredients if you're doing 4 different ingredients. So I don't measure hardcore, so what I do is just dump everything and try to get about 30 cups. So I line paper sacks with wax paper to make them food safe, and I just start dumping in. So we wanna keep dumping until we have about 32 servings. That gives us a couple extra.
Yeah.
So we need, how many 8s go into 32? 8, 4? 4 8s? 4 8s. Turns out that your average box of cereal is 8 cups. This is gonna work wonderfully. Those are the berry. Here's the honey. That's 8 plus 8 is 16. We need about 4 cups of these. So this was a large bag of these and a 2-pound bag of those and a 2-pound bag of these. So 2 pounds make about 8 cups. Dump those in there.
Oh!
And this is why we fight in the kitchen. Sid, come here. We saved you some candies. Here you go, Sid. Those are for you. Enjoy. Enjoy, Sid.
Okay.
Now we need our snack mix from the freezer. Come here, Tori. Sid. Come try the snack mix.
Oh my gosh, it's really good.
Cheers. We are gonna have the recipe with the pretty exact measurements that I used for this and the actual cereals on our blog. So you'll get to see all the products that we used if you wanna go back and try this. It's a winner every time, so be sure to check out our blog for these recipes.
Right out of high school, I just started working for a dealership and kind of started from the bottom and just started washing cars and became a lot attendant. And I love the shop. I've always loved cars. It just evolved into a job. And then I worked for somebody for so long, and it's like, I need to do this for myself. I met Rosie, and she's never said no. She just said, let's do it. And we started saving money. You know, her background and my background, and we met it together and we opened up our business. Epic's located on the corner of John Ben Shepherd and Highway 80, Odessa, Texas.
EpicCollision.net.
I wanted to do something just a little bit special for a few of our volunteers. I made these tiny little bite-sized candy bars, and they're super easy to make. So if you wanted to do this for any themed party, you just have to get a silicone mold that fits that theme. And we melted a little bit of the chocolate and then sprinkled all our favorite candy bars on the back of it. We took 4 different candy bars and some mini chocolate chips, and we put them in our food processor and just chopped them up. So we didn't want to fill the mold completely because we wanted to leave a little bit of the room to add all the candy bars. And then you fill the rest up with your candies. I use a little tiny spoon so that I can pat them down. It makes it a little bit easier if you, instead of letting them just cool naturally, if you'll pop them in your freezer for a few minutes, because then they pop out much easier. We've got the white chocolate on the front and the candy bars on the back. So we made some little bones, and then the paw prints, once they are hardened, you can take a little edible food marker, not just any marker, a food marker, and color in the little paw prints. And since they were in the freezer, they're gonna have a little bit of moisture on them. It's really hard to write on any kind of chocolate if it's got any moisture, so let it get back to room temperature before you write on it. Honey, do you want to try one?
Well,
Yeah, here.
which one?
Here, let's do one that's not super cold. Tell me what you think. They should taste like little candy bars. Pretty good?
Delicious.
We're gonna make a whole bunch more. Then we're gonna give them to our friends. Have you ever met people where you just know you're gonna be good friends? Oh my God, it's matching aprons.
These are so cute.
They're so obnoxious.
I thought you said abdogcious.
They are abdogcious. They are pawsome. They are the cat's meow. So one of the things that I love about Miss Rosie is she's a fellow dog lover. We do lots of fun things together, but I knew she and I were going to make some dog treats together because that's something that we would do together because she's crazy like that. This is so easy because all we're doing is dumping ingredients in a bowl and rolling them. Two things. One, check with your veterinarian to make sure your dog doesn't have any allergies before you go experimenting in the kitchen, okay? Two, don't ever experiment with anything that could be toxic for dogs. So you can get lists online. There's lots of websites you can go to. So all of these foods are dog friendly. Mine's a recipe that I made up based on my dog's taste. Again, make sure that your vet is okay with your pup eating these things. Okay, we need my glasses. That's the first thing we need. About 1/4 cup of shredded carrot, yogurt.
I've got a measuring cup. Do you need one?
We're gonna live free.
Okay.
The one thing I did bring some of these. I will let you measure the ginger because a little bit of ground ginger is good for dogs, just a little bit. So we're actually gonna measure the ground ginger. Okay. Peanut butter. People have differing beliefs on peanut butter. My vet's good with it, so peanut butter. Oats, good for them. Like I said, pumpkin, superfood. And dogs love pumpkin. Dogs love pumpkin and sweet potato. And then flaxseed. Here's the trick with flaxseed. This is ground. Even humans, seeds are sometimes hard on our intestines, so don't do whole flax seeds unless you're gonna soak them. So this is ground flaxseed. So this is how easy this is to make. So you're gonna dump this in the bowl, whole thing. This is like making power balls for your kids, but you're doing it for your pups. So you can keep these in the refrigerator for about 7 to 10 days, or you can freeze them for almost 3 months. And then when you have it all mixed, mostly we'll sprinkle the ginger. You gonna work out?
A little bit. It's kind of, see, you didn't measure, so it's not getting all covered.
Did you hear Miss Rosie? She called me out. She's like, you didn't measure your ingredients. Oh yeah, no, that's perfect. Ginger's gonna make it smell so good.
Ready?
Okay, let me check. Okay, no, I think we're done. Cause see, it's got, like you can imprint it. But you can add oats if it's too wet. You can add a tablespoon or 2 of milk if it's too dry. So now here's the easy part. You get a scooper, and I get a scooper.
Okay.
And so the easiest way to measure it is to push real hard on the side and it compacts it.
Okay.
Now you get your hands ready. But look, drop it in here, you roll it around, then you put it on the plate.
Ooh.
Yep. I mean, you want to eat that, don't you?
It smells good.
What's it taste like? Would you eat it?
No.
Yeah, okay.
If I had a tail, I'd be wagging it.
Was I surprised that Adam ate the dog treat? Have you met Adam? You know how you spend months kind of planning something and then it's almost time? That's where I'm at right now. It's almost time. So we decided to support animal advocacy programs in Midland and Odessa. And one of the things that we wanted to do was have a pup parade and have people bring dog and cat food to support the organization. So we are working on our party decor, trying to hit all our themes: watercolor, dogs, paw prints, Dalmatian print. Our colors are gonna be black, white, and copper. And I picked copper because as I was looking through all the dog pictures, there are lots of shades of copper. So our colors are gonna lend homage to the fur coats. So we are working on bunting, and then we are also going to be working on table toppers. An easy way to create a table topper is to just take fabric, cut it in a square, and you can use pinking shears to clean up the edges so they don't fray. So the granddaughters, toddlers and preschoolers, there's no guarantees that they're gonna show up. They might be tired, but hopefully they come to the pup parade. And I am making bandanas for their stuffed dogs. And an easy way, again, to make dog bandanas is to buy your favorite fabric. So I'm just gonna trace out a triangle and then cut it with the pinking shears again so that there's no fraying. Okay, so here is how my measuring goes. I know that this bandana is a traditional size bandana. Now, for those of you who just love to measure, this is gonna mortify you. And this is how I measure. Because I think life should be just a little bit imperfect. Voila, it's a little bandana. Isn't that cute? So the girls are tiny enough that they can wear these around their waist, but then we could put them around the dogs. And then I'm gonna make 2 little tiny ones for their stuffed animals. You plan your parting accordingly, hoping that the weatherman is wrong. It's supposed to be windy this weekend. Unfortunately, that'll be a challenge with how we're gonna decorate and how we're gonna put things together. We're gonna cross our fingers and hope for the best. We need lots of signs. We have just so many signs to make. So I like using foam core because I can utilize it again and again and again. And it's easy to make 3D by just cutting out shapes and gluing on. And the black foam core can work like chalkboard, and I'll show you. Believe it or not, yardsticks make great yard stakes. See what I did there? Knowing that it's gonna be windy this weekend, I'm gonna secure the yard stick to become a yard stake 2 different ways. Knowing that we're gonna put this outside, I'm gonna run a bead of industrial strength adhesive on one side of the yard stick and get it pretty thick. And then I'm gonna run hot glue on the other side. And why am I doing both? The hot glue will immediately adhere the yardstick to the foam core while the industrial strength adhesive dries. And so that's actually a trick I do all the time. I'll double it up. I'll use hot glue and the adhesive. There you go. That looks pretty centered to me. Yeah. So we have been checking the weather for about 7 days now, and we've been so excited because we're gonna have 75-degree weather. However, yesterday, about the same time, we all discovered wind was coming. So far, the weather forecast looks terrifying. One of my life's motto, to never, ever let weather dictate my plans.
Hey, love! What do you think the wind is right now? 25.
25?
Yeah, maybe.
25?
It's gonna double that.
We're gonna double it. That's so exciting. Weather dictated my plans. I was gonna have balloons circling the entire circle drive, which is clearly not gonna happen now with 50-mile-per-hour gusts. So I've given up on that dream. We're gonna tape everything down. I didn't want tumbleweeds to be a part of my decor. It's not what I was going for. There's just some modifications that are gonna be made, that's all. It's no big deal. We got this. We got this. So Tori's only job is to chase balloons. So apparently Kyle does not like moving fire hydrants.
Can't do it that way.
Do you know how much lung power Sid used to blow up all these balloons? We will use them. Because he knew it was.
This is
This is a good idea. He always thinks they're a bad idea until we're done, and then he sees it finished, and then he says it's a good idea. Let me go get some clothespins. Let me get some clothespins. That's a good idea.
Really think clothespins will be able to.
That's where we're at today. I might struggle with perfectionist a little bit. I like things to look a certain way. I like things to be in order. I have very big goals in my head, and it all looked perfect. This is a good idea. Oh, I got a good idea. Hold on. This is a good idea. Watch this. Watch this, y'all laugh at me. Laugh at me. Ha ha ha. None of it went like it was supposed to. And it was a little frustrating. The backdrop that I dreamed of, there was no backdrop. It just looked like there was random sheets hanging in front of my house. For the event. Like, why did she hang sheets up on her front porch? Nobody knows why there were random sheets hanging on my front porch. But it was gonna be this beautiful backdrop with twinkle lights and bunting and like signage, and none of it worked out.
We lost her. We can nail it down.
All the staples came out. That was a dumb idea. Oh, I have a good idea. Hold on. Was it disappointing? Yes, it was a little disappointing. But I don't let disappointment stop me from a good party. So there you go. You always have to put your roller skates on and do your job, no matter what. Put your skates on. We're tangled. Our tassels are tangled. Do I feel sorry for my barn cats?
2 down, 1 to go.
I mean, of course I feel sorry for the barn cats, but we all have to play our part to support the local animal advocacy programs. So we have to lock them in a barn. If you see a sexy man in the back of a truck collecting dog food, that's my boo. You can't have a pup pageant without somebody working the red carpet with a microphone. You know, when everybody puts all their pretty clothes on, you have that person that interviews. Gotta call my friend Brendan.
Hello, hello. We are here with, please tell me your name.
Rosie and Maddie.
Maddie, okay, tell me about your dog.
Her name is Coconut. She is a little under a year old. She is a Maltese Yorkie, a Morkie.
She really enjoys the outside. And
Dress her up as a Cabbage Patch Kid.
More like strawberry shortcake.
I like it. Hello, Lucy. How old is Lucy?
Lucy's about 9.
Full-on princess.
She is a princess.
She's a Welsh Corgi. Her name is Maggie after Margaret Thatcher.
The Iron Lady.
She is a female English Bulldog.
This is Millie. She is a Bernedoodle, which is a mix between a Bernese Mountain Dog and a Poodle.
For the pup parade, I have a little surprise for the crew that they don't even know about yet. Don't try this at home. I'm a professional.
Those are awesome.
Just kidding! So I had this really great idea that I was gonna surprise the crew by coming out in my roller skates. But frankly, I forget that I'm mic'd up all the time. Like, that is one of those things they don't tell you about when you're gonna be on TV, is you have a mic pack on you all the time. And that guy over there has headphones on all the time. So he can hear what I'm saying, even when I'm whispering. So it wasn't really a surprise. But Adam was surprised.
I thought we were gonna have issues on finishing the show.
Hey, thank you guys for coming out. I know this is a little crazy, and most of what we do here is crazy. Without further ado, we are gonna start our first ever pup pageant. Dog number 1 is being walked by Marley Bell and her dad. Okay, here is Queenie. Lori actually brought treats for all you guys. And she owns her own dog business. And so she also donated a gift basket. So this is Lori and her puppy, Queenie. Pepper is 1 year old and she's walked by Miss Lila. Yay, Pepper! Can I really pick a favorite dog costume though? Because that's pretty hard. I loved the DIY costumes that Angel made, but that's probably just because I love DIY stuff. So I loved those. I loved the little froggy. I loved the big giant poodle. I loved all the dog costumes. I know for me, it's easy to get caught up in my own day-to-day busyness and forget the little moments that make life magical. Animals have a way of not just loving us unconditionally, but encouraging us to slow down and create connection with others when we let them. That's probably why dog parks are so popular. Too bad our dogs have been banned. Here's what I'm learning. Our furriest of friends serve an important role in our lives and our communities, and they need our support. And so do the folks out there fighting for them. For many, these animals are more than simply companions. They are family, and in some cases, even lifelines. I told Kyle once that we need to be more attentive to our pups. After all, the only thing they have in this world are food and people. Remembering that helps me not just connect more with my own critters, but it also reminds me to be a better neighbor to all the animals and their people in our community. And you win the flamingo! We actually have gifts for every participant so that everybody gets a trophy. Everybody come get a trophy and a bag before you leave. And thank you guys, sincerely. I know I do crazy stuff, but I'm always so thankful that you guys participate with me. Sincerely, thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. For more inspiration from our friends and guests, be sure to check out our YouTube and podcast, Good Company Backstory. And for all our crafts, recipes, and creations, head over to our website for all the deets. I want to leave you with this. Woodrow Wilson said, "If a dog will not come to you after having looked you in the face, you should go home and examine your conscience." I think we should all examine our conscience. Bye, friends. I love you. You love your mama? Has anybody seen Kyle? Where's Kyle? Where's Kyle?